Okay, so it's the start of day 16, or night 16. I guess it's almost the end of day 16. And it's actually 2:40 in the afternoon, which I'm not even supposed to be awake until 1700. And I've been awake for a couple hours. So there's a serious problem between day and night shift. And I'm going in early to check out what happens on day shift, because right now they're antagonistic, you know. They don't have good communication, and I feel that it's because there's a lack of clear command and control. There's no one who's actually giving orders to both sets of teams at the same time. And so they both feel like they're doing their own thing, and neither have real good guidance. So I need to see what day team is doing and how they're receiving their mission and all of that, because night shift has no idea. Night shift feels like they have no guidance and no leadership, and they're just off on their own, and that day shift thinks that they're the worst. So there's something wrong here. I need to figure it out, and I feel like that's why why Shannon put me on night shift, was to sort this problem out. So that's step A, is I'm gonna go figure that out, if that's what she really wants me to do and just didn't say it in so many words, or if I was really just supposed to be a body and just, you know, just do the work. But the night shift doesn't need a body. They don't need me to do the work. So I feel like that's my gap. Like, I'm supposed to be filling a gap. I feel the void. I feel that vacuum of power, and someone needs to fix it, you know. And I hate doing it. I'm driving in early, you know. I can't sleep because I know there's a problem, and it needs fixed. It really needs fixed. So at a minimum, I need to find the person who's responsible for fixing it and let them know, hey, you know, this is what I see. You need to do something about it. And at the worst, I need to become a de facto leader between the two and fix this shit, because I got, you know, the night shift QAL, the quality assurance lead, he's all but surrendered his position. Like, he told me twice last night, dude, I just want someone to take over this job. And I'm like, you know, it's not me, man. It's not my role. I shouldn't be doing this. I just, like, I haven't been here very long. It's not my deal. But, you know, I feel like he was almost all but asking me to do it. And, you know, it shouldn't be that way. Like, it's because he's not empowered to do his job. He's not empowered. He doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing. He feels like he's being shit on the whole time, and it's not cool. So I'm gonna take the fight for him, and I'm not gonna take his job. I don't want his job, but he needs a champion to fight for him, and he just doesn't know how to do it. So I'll be the asshole, because that's what I do best. I'm an asshole, and so we'll go figure this out. So. Okay, so third night of night shift, about to start up. That's day 17. And so yesterday, yeah, it was pretty hot about how things are going. And it's gonna be tough to fix it, because there is a guy in charge, mission manager, and he at least knows what's going on, but I don't know what to do about it, man. So the whole night crew is kind of, I don't know. They're like the guys that nobody wants to work with. So we'll see what I can do about it. I don't know. You know, the lead guy is, well, so there's a captain who's supposedly the shift manager, and he disappears for like 6 hours of the night, go do whatever. Then there's the QAL, the quality assurance leader, who's not really a QAL. He just is, performing the duties of one. And to his, credit, that's a hard thing to do, but at the same time, he's not doing it very well. So he's not very techy, and it requires some tech expertise to do the routing and to revise the routes to make sure that people aren't having terrible routes with generators that are way outside of what's accomplishable. And he's also in the camp that the night shift doesn't need to exist, and that the day shift, QAs should be able to put all the sheets into the system, and it's not possible. I don't know if it's because he's never done it. He's never been out on one of those lanes, one of the routes, but it takes all day to do a route, and there's no time left to do the crap that we just did all night. So it's just mindless data entry, which you're already, as a QA, you're already mindlessly driving for 9 or 10 hours a day, and then you want them to come back and accurately put in stuff into a digital system. It's not feasible. It's not practical. And there might be some room to argue that the day shift staff, the office staff, could do some of it, but not realistically, because the sheets don't come in until the end of the day. The QAs are out all day, they do it, they bring in. So ideally, the night shift could plug them in all night and then print out the new routes, and then all the comments would be updated. But it doesn't work that way. And so there's a lot of problems with the way the mission is set up, not just the way we are organized on the ground. Working with FEMA is pretty hard, because a lot of these generators have been sitting there for weeks, if not months, doing nothing, and they need to be returned. They need to come back to storage, to the depot, or wherever FEMA keeps these excess generators. I mean, most of them are rentals, so that's the other thing, is we're renting a generator, and this is no surprise. This is the federal government everywhere. You see it in Afghanistan all the time too. Just money just being thrown at stuff for no reason. So you have these generators that aren't hooked up to the facility, aren't running, aren't providing power, and are being rented probably at a daily rate. Some of these generators are huge. They're actual 20-foot container sized generators. Probably a good $1,000 a day generator. And they're just sitting there because FEMA, I don't know. I'm not high enough up there to see the decisions. Maybe they're well, it's been there that long, might as well just leave it there for this hurricane season. I don't know. Whatever. It blows my mind. But that's the main problem, is that the Corps of Engineers is ready to be mission complete on this 6-week mission that's now been 7 or 8 months. And FEMA is not ready to do that. So, and that just trickles down, and we can feel it all the way down here. And then the QAs are checking the same generators that need to be deinstalled every day. And they know that nothing's happening, so they don't want to do a good job anymore because they know that it's useless. It's just the whole situation's kind of falling apart as far as morale because of lack of leadership. So. But, hey, whatever. It's a job. Some of the generators, and I'm focusing on the negative. There are still generators out there that are running, that people need, and we are providing power, we're providing quality assurance to make sure that the contractor is keeping the generators running. So there is good coming out of this mission still. It's just, it could be trimmed, it could be cleaned up, and more effective. Just like all government, operations. So, all right. So, the end of night 17, start of day 18. nothing really exciting happened. Just a bunch of data entry, which I am not good at. Takes me like 3 minutes to do one, and then there's like over 800 generators that we inspect every day. So like if I had to do them all, what's that, 2,400 minutes, which is what is that, 40? Is that 40 hours? 24, 6, 4, yeah, 0, yeah, 40 hours. So I am not very good at this part of doing this, but I am pretty good at the spreadsheet part where we put all the weird ones, like if they have no security or they need maintenance, or this is the longest red light ever. Like seriously, let's go. But yeah. So I got this big old stack of papers that needs taken care of. I think I have a picture here. Yeah, and so I went to, well, actually first what I did is I tried burning some of it in this flood ditch right next to the office, and understandably the MPs weren't happy with me. So the next morning I went through, or later on that shift, this morning, I went to the fire department and was like, hey, can I get a burn permit? And the guy was like, sure, just come back at 7 and we'll give you one. I went back at 7 and they were like, no, we cannot give you one. Environmental problems and whatever. So I'll have to do something else. And we'll see how that goes. I might have to take it off base and burn a lot of it somewhere, or put it in a culvert and burn it so that it doesn't give off such a signature. Because I'm sure when I was burning stuff last night, I was giving off a huge light and smoke signature. So we'll see how that goes. But if I get some videos of that, I'll stitch it in here after this. So I'm not going to be able to burn the paper, which is fine, because instead what has happened is that night shift doesn't exist anymore. So I guess I was so bad at it that they decided, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, night shift isn't happening anymore, which is great, because then I can go back to day shift. But it's interesting what they're going to do with all the people who are on night shift who supposedly can't drive. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but it blows my mind how there's people here who came for this QA mission, and it's like 80% driving. But whatever. So because the night shift is going away, they are now making all the day shift QAs input their own stuff into the computer system, which I'm cool with. But some of these guys, it's gonna be a struggle. And we've already got a couple that are like, oh, I don't know how to do this, and I'm too old for this. And it's, well, okay, cool dude, but it's what you got to do. So we'll see what happens. To flip back over now, which is fine, because I don't think I ever fully flipped to night shift as it was. Last night I don't think I really slept at all, more just laid there and rolled around. But we'll see how it goes. I was was gonna go out here, because like, so all these car dealerships on the right here, like right behind them is just wilderness jungle, which is really interesting since we're basically in San Juan right now. And that's where I was gonna go burn all the paper, so I'm pretty bummed out about it actually. It would have been pretty cool, you know, firebug and all, so. Probably do is go to San Juan, old San Juan, and I think I definitely left my wallet in the car. Well, we'll go to San Juan, old San Juan, probably walk there, and yeah, we'll see what we can see. So, Olive Garden opens at 11. I think I'll just take a nap and then go to Olive Garden and then take a walk around old San Juan, take some pictures and maybe some videos. But yeah, it's about a 2.5 mile walk from here to the fort at the far end of old San Juan, and we'll go see what's over there, and maybe we'll stop by the beach that's right across the way. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Take a nap, get some food at lunchtime. Starving. I realized I haven't had any milk or calcium in a long time. Craving protein and all that, so we'll go get some real food that's not Denny's breakfast or granola that I've packed in from the commissary over the night, man. It's really hard to eat, because you would think, being at San Juan, that there'd be a lot of stuff open at night, and that's not true. That's really weird. But so yeah, it was hard to find food that wasn't fast food. You had to bring it in. But anyways, we'll go check everything out, and I'll see you guys then. So, Kirk, why is it so dark? Well, because my nap turned into a sleep. So, I missed lunch and instead got dinner. And now I'm walking around San Juan a little bit in the dark, which they tell you not to do, but I think they tell you not to do that in every city, so it's not that bad. It's not a big deal. I haven't even seen anyone except for in vehicles. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that all the lights are still basically blown out. It's not that power isn't restored, because I'll show you up here. We got lights, but most of the street lights and everything are all blown out from overloads and when the grid blew out, so a lot of that's not restored, so it's still pretty dark, but yeah, otherwise it's really nice. It's breezy. Just had a steak, so okay, anyways, you can't see anything, so I'm out.